4A high school baseball game of the week is in Livingston this afternoon as the 6-4 Upperman Bees battle the 5-2 Livingston Wildcats. Good evening from Wildcat Field on the campus of Livingston Academy. I'm Jacob Vincent, and welcome to Sports Radio 104.7's coverage of Upper Cumberland baseball. This one going to be fun, folks. Two teams with very high-powered offenses and two pitchers that have been very stout on the mound so far this season. Eli Huddleston on the bump for the Upperman Bees and Creed Pierce on the bump for the Livingston Wildcats. Coming into this ball game, Upperman last fell to Mount Juliet 3-2 in their last game, was tied in the 7th 2-2 before Mount Juliet was able to walk it off in the bottom of the 7th. Livingston, on the other hand, they took on a good Cookeville squad on Saturday and fell 11-3 and actually out-hit the Cavs in that ball game 9-6. Were leading 3-2 and then gave up 8 runs in the 4th inning. Series history is very much in favor of Upperman in this one. You go back to April 8th of 2013. Upperman leads the series 15 to just 2 losses. Last win for the Livingston Wildcats was back in 2019 in March. They won 6-5 here at Wildcat Stadium. But this one going to be very fun. It's a District 7 matchup in 3A. The Wildcats already 2-0, and Upperman, they're 1-1 as they have fallen to Stone Memorial and beaten Stone Memorial. The Wildcats, they've got 2 wins against them. So this one going to be very fun. Creed Pierce on the mound, the senior, pitching very well so far to start the season. Has appeared in 2 games so far, 2 starts, and he's gone more than 7 innings in each of those 2 starts. He's 1-0 in his 2 starts, an ERA of 2.24. Check that, an ERA of 0.89 so far to start out the season. On the other side for the Upperman Bees is Eli Huddleston. He's 1-0. He's got a save. He's pitched in 11 innings so far this season, appearing in 3 games. He's got a 1.27 ERA and 18 strikeouts in those 11 innings pitched. So 2 very good pitchers on the mound for this one, but both of these teams hit the ball very well as well. For the Livingston Wildcats, hitting at a clip of 344 to start out this season, 319 for Upperman. So something is going to have to break in this one. Speaking of breaks, we're going to take one. When we come back, we'll hear from a Livingston Wildcat player along with head coach Jamie Loftus. That's coming up next.
Halls Sports and Outdoors has you covered from field to field. Hunting to sports to outdoors. Halls Sports and Outdoors can get you on the field you love with the supplies, the tools, the wardrobe, the top brands. Rocky, Primos, Under Armour, Stanley. Only the best in the field, from camo to cleats. Halls has you covered. 207 South Main Street, Jamestown. If your playing field is a tucked away fishing cove or your favorite course, it starts with Halls Sports and Outdoors.
Upper Cumberland Electric Membership Corporation wants to make it easier to pay your power bill.
Now you can pay cash for your electric bill when you shop your favorite store.
It's UCEMC Checkout.
Pay cash for your electric bill.
At Dollar General, CVS Pharmacy, 7-Eleven, Walgreens, and Speedway.
Just another tool to make your life easier from Upper Cumberland Electric Membership Corporation.
Also ask about new auto pay and e-check options at your local office.
Or at UCEMC.com.
Paying your power bill has never been easier.
Welcome back now as we're joined now by senior Caleb Webb, first baseman and leadoff man here today against Upperman. Caleb, one of 4 seniors on the squad this year. Does it feel like you guys could do something special after starting off the year 5-2 on the season?
I feel like we could potentially be number 1 in our district, and that we could very possibly take the district tournament all the way for us this year.
You guys taking on a really good Upperman squad tonight. Obviously a district game for you guys, already 2-0. What are you guys going to have to do well in today's game against this B squad?
Just to stay focused and make sure we have our head in the game the whole game.
You guys hitting the ball really well, 344 as a team to start this season so far. Did you guys work on that in the offseason to get off to the hot start that you guys have had with the bats?
We did, very hard. We stayed focused through practice, make sure we had everything we needed to, and that's what's led us to what we have right now.
What did you guys do in the offseason to get you to that number?
We did a lot of cage work and a lot of field work when we had the chance.
That's senior Caleb Webb with the Livingston Wildcats. Joined now by head coach of the Livingston Wildcats, Jamie Loftus. Coach, fell to Cookeville 11-3 in your last game. It was a lot closer than that. It was really just 1 inning for you guys. You actually out-hit the Cavaliers in that game. What maybe went wrong in that 1 inning?
At the top of the 3rd, we get picked off second with our 3-hitter at the plate who's already doubled twice, and at that point it just takes the momentum takes a 180 shift right there. A couple of errors cost us 6 runs. Otherwise it's a 2-run game, and we're still in it.
taking on a really good B squad this year, 6-4 on the season so far. They went 2-2 in the Wilson County Invitational. What do you know about this Upperman squad, and does it add a little more now that it's a district game here today as well?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, they're always tough. They've got arms galore. They've got guys that can hit mid-eights, and they can hit the ball. They're always tough. They're always tough.
That's head coach Jamie Loftus with the Livingston Wildcats.
This is Marvin Long, your local Twin Lakes Business Solutions consultant. At Twin Lakes, we are prepared to handle everything this year brings to you. Whether you're going to school, working from home, or starting a new business, Twin Lakes is here to help. With speeds up to 1 gig, reliable voice solutions, robust TV services and security, and smart control systems, we've got you covered. Work fast, play hard this year with fiber from Twin Lakes. Learn more by visiting us online at twinlakes.net.
TN number C-0026.
Every night we struggle. Family battles begin. What's for dinner?
Tonight, a gourmet delight is waiting at Firehouse Subs. A gourmet sub sandwich piled high with meats and cheeses and all the veggies, with toasted bread that's mouth-watering. You can order online through the app and pick up your freshly made order curbside just in time for dinner. They make it. Fresh ingredients, made just the way you want it.
Firehouse Subs for dinner.
Tier 1.
Offering big city care and treatment right here in the Upper Cumberland.
Exceptional care.
Orthopedic care, sports injuries.
The best technology right here.
Tier 1.
Your neck, your knee, lower back pain, a sore shoulder.
Get relief
from the best trained doctors
who care about you.
Tier 1.
Physical therapy to get you back in the game.
Tier 1. Big city care and treatment right here.
One place.
Call 526-9518 for an appointment.
526-9518.
Hey guys, Jonathan here from Veterans Barbershop. Fellas are doing a lot of crazy things with their hair these days, whether they're cutting parts in their head, wearing man buns, or coloring it pink and purple. But at Veterans Barbershop, we don't do any of that stuff. We still believe a man ought to look like a man. So if you want to look like a man, you come see us at Veterans. We're open Tuesday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 4:30, and Saturday, 7 to 12. Be sure to find us on Facebook and check out our website at veteransbarbershop.com. So come see us at Veterans Barbershop and get some. Don't look like one. Moms, wives, girlfriends, and sisters are always welcome in the waiting area.
Back to Wildcat Field here at Livingston Academy as the Upperman Bees getting set to take on the Livingston Wildcats in this one, a District 7 matchup. These two teams met twice last year, both going in favor of the Upperman Bees, and back in the last 17 matchups these two teams have met, 15 of those have gone in favor of Upperman, but Livingston with a very hot arm on the mound here this evening, and Creed Pierce, who also can hit the ball a little bit, batting .444. He's got 4 doubles, 3 runs batted in, and has scored 8 runs on top of already pitching in 15 2/3 innings in just 2 starts to start out this season. He'll get the start against the Upperman Bees, against the very good hitting Upperman Bees squad, who they pitch it pretty well as a team. A 2.24 ERA with 60 strikeouts and 59 1/3 innings for this Upperman Bees squad. They've got 15 doubles as a team, and they like to steal some bases as well. 27 stolen bases to just 21 stolen bases for Livingston. Livingston, of course, having played in 3 less games than the Upperman Bees as well. Upperman 6-4 in the season, 1-1 in district play as the captains getting set. Check that the managers, or coaches if you want to call them that here in high school, getting set to meet at home plate. They exchange their lineup cards in this one, and we'll have that coming up in just a little bit for you as well. The Upperman Bees in their away black uniforms with gold pinstripes on them. They've got Upperman across the chest in script. They've got the numbers on the bottom right of that. For the Livingston Wildcats in their home white uniforms and royal blue numbers and blue undershirts with the Wildcat on the sleeve as well. Beautiful afternoon here at Livingston, about 70 degrees at last check for this one, and it's going to be very fun for our first Tuesday high school baseball game of the week. Tom Duggan had our very first high school baseball game of the week on Saturday when Livingston took on Cookeville. Cookeville won that one 11-3 after they exploded for 8 runs in the 4th inning against this Wildcat squad. The Wildcats and Bees both trying to get back on track here as both of them coming off of losses in their last games. The Bees falling to Mount Juliet 3-2 in their last game of the Wilson County Invitational. That one was on Saturday, whereas Livingston, they fell to Cookeville on Saturday as well. Upperman went 2-2 in that Wilson County Invitational, playing some very tough competition in that one. This Bees team, they've played some really good competition so far this season, along with Livingston. Bees notably started off the season against Baylor, who won the Division II 2A title last year and only lost 3 games all of last year. And so that a very good ball club, and the Bees falling to them by just 1 run to open up the season this year. And the man on the mound was Eli Huddleston in that one. Pitched pretty well against them, but couldn't get the job done just in time. So coming up in a little bit, we'll have first pitch starting right around 6 o'clock. We'll have the national anthem before that as well, and then we'll bring you lineups from here at Wildcat Stadium as you're listening to Upper Cumberland Baseball on Sports Radio 104.7 and WLIV.
Tennessee College of Applied Technology, professional careers, trained and skilled. A career in a year, no student loan debt, thousands in money saved. Right to the career you want. At TCAP Livingston, fields like information technology, machine tools, HVAC, transportation. Study today, be working in months with TCAP Livingston. Use Tennessee Reconnect and Tennessee Promise and save money. Graduate with a career and no debt. As much as $30,000 saved. Go to tcaplivingston.edu to find out more.
Hey guys, Jonathan here from Veterans Barbershop. Fellas are doing a lot of crazy things with their hair these days, whether they're cutting parts in their head, wearing man buns, or coloring it pink and purple. But at Veterans Barbershop, we don't do any of that stuff. We still believe a man ought to look like a man. So if you want to look like a man, you come see us at Veterans. We're open Tuesday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 4:30, and Saturday, 7 to 12. Be sure to find us on Facebook and check out our website at veteransbarbershop.com. So come see us at Veterans Barbershop and get some. Don't look like one. Moms, wives, girlfriends, and sisters are always welcome in the waiting area.
At the end of your workday, you're ready to chill. No more calls, no more work to do, just chill. Grab the Blue Pig to go tonight. You know you're going to get something so fresh, so delicious, so good you can't put it down. Chill with the game and the Blue Pig's brisket made from mouth-watering Angus beef. Seasoned to perfection turkey and sausage and all those freshly made sides. What's for dinner tonight? Grab it and go. With the Blue Pig, 35 West Broad Street, downtown Cookeville. Fun, casual, delicious.
You are the get-it-done kind of guy. Task to do, finish it. So you need solutions. Stovers is your solution. Wanting to improve the look of the backyard? Stovers has all kinds of landscape options that will cost you less. Stovers has it all. And Stovers will save you money. Stovers buys in bulk. They find deals. They find closeouts, plumbing, lighting, tools too. Make Stovers the first stop for solutions. West Broad Street, Cookeville. Stovers is your solution.
Stovers, to anything and everything store.
Hall's Sports and Outdoors has you covered. From field to field. Hunting to sports to outdoors. Hall's Sports and Outdoors can get you on the field you love with the supplies, the tools, the wardrobe, the top brands. Rocky, Primos, Under Armour, Stanley. Only the best in the field. From camo to cleats. Hall's has you covered. 207 South Main Street, Jamestown. If your playing field is a tucked-away fishing cove or your favorite course, it starts with Hall's Sports and Outdoors.
Every night we struggle. Family battles begin. What's for dinner?
Tonight, a gourmet delight is waiting at Firehouse Subs. A gourmet sub sandwich piled high with meats and cheeses and all the veggies, with toasted bread that's mouth-watering. You can order online through the app and pick up your freshly made order curbside just in time for dinner. They make it. Fresh ingredients. Made just the way you want it.
Firehouse Subs for dinner.
Hall's Sports and Outdoors has you covered. From field to field. Hunting to sports to outdoors. Hall's Sports and Outdoors can get you on the field you love with the supplies, the tools, the wardrobe, the top brands. Rocky, Primos, Under Armour, Stanley. Only the best in the field. From camo to cleats. Hall's has you covered. 207 South Main Street, Jamestown. If your playing field is a tucked-away fishing cove or your favorite course, it starts with Hall's Sports and Outdoors.
Tier 1.
Offering big city care and treatment right here in the Upper Cumberland.
Exceptional care.
Orthopedic care, sports injuries.
The best technology right here.
Tier 1.
Your neck, your knee, lower back pain, a sore shoulder.
Get relief
from the best trained doctors
who care about you.
Tier 1
physical therapy to get you back in the game.
Tier 1 big city care and treatment right here.
One place.
Call 526-9518 for an appointment.
526-9518.
Welcome back to Wildcat Stadium here at Livingston. The Wildcats take the field first on the field, and we'll take you through their lineup as well as the Upperman Bees. They'll be at the plate first. First three up for them will be the freshman Justin Fallon in center field. Caden Shanks, a sophomore, wearing the number 1. He's at second base. And Eli Huddleston on the bump for the Bees is in that 3 hole. He wears the number 24. Around the diamond for the Livingston Wildcats, they're going to send out Caleb Webb, who will lead off at the bottom half of the inning. He wears the number 3, and he's playing first base here this evening. Tyler Garrett's at second base. Pitching is Creed Pierce. Aaron Moffitt is at third base. Catching is Carson Parrott. Center field is Miles Maynard. Shortstop, Aiden Ledbetter. Dylan York is out in right field. Quentin Qualls in left field, and Taishan Hayes with the DH responsibilities this afternoon. Well, I guess this evening now, as we are into the 6 o'clock hour now. The Wildcats getting set to take on the Bees, and a little bit more of a breakdown for Creed Pierce. Creed Pierce, he's a senior, and he's got a little bit more to him as well. He's the Tennessee representative of the U.S. Presidential Scholars Program, a GPA of 4.29 and an ACT score of 33. So he's doing a little bit of everything here at Livingston, both hitting the baseball, throwing the baseball, and getting the job done in the classroom as well. So Justin Fallon, Caden Shanks, Eli Huddleston, the first 3 up here for the Upperman Bees. After Pierce is good and ready to go on the mound, the righty is going to keep on warming up. The infield getting warmed up as well for the Wildcats here in this one. This is our first Tuesday high school baseball game of the week on Sports Radio 104.7 and WLIV. And speaking of, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification.
We are Upper Cumberland Sports. Sports Radio 104.7, W282AG Cookeville, WKXD HD3 Monterey, a Stonecross station.
Creed Pierce looks like he's ready to go here from Livingston. Wes Shanks, the head coach for the Upperman Bees, will jog down the third base line. And walking up to the plate will be the freshman Justin Fallon. Fallon having himself a season so far, batting .433 to start out his first season as a high schooler. The righty will step into the plate as we're just about ready for first pitch between the Bees and the Wildcats. Pierce into the wind-up, flies it away. An off-speed pitch is a strike in there for strike 1. So 0-1 to the center fielder for the Bees in this one. Second pitch on the way. Another off-speed off the end of the bat to the second baseman. That's Garrett. He can't corral it, and that's going to be an error credited to Garrett at second base. Fallon finds his way on base, and it'll be a base runner for the Upperman Bees, as Justin Fallon got just enough of the piece of the bat right off the end of it. Kind of squirted the way off to second base. Garrett couldn't handle it, and Fallon with his speed was able to get on down to first base. So a runner on, no outs. And Pierce will be in the stretch here against Caden Shanks, a sophomore, another young gun. That one ripped to right field, carrying to right field. Back goes York. York's under it, makes the catch, and out number 1 in the inning for the Livingston Wildcats. Sun not really an issue, especially for the right fielder. The left fielder, however, Qualls, is going to have to deal with that as this game goes on into the night. So a fly out to the right fielder for Caden Shanks is out number 1 for Pierce. A runner on is Fallon at first base. And stepping up to the plate will be the pitcher for the Bees, Eli Huddleston. They'll check on over to Fallon at first. Not going to be in time, but just going to keep him true just in case. Huddleston, the lefty, stepping up to the plate, also hitting the ball very well so far to start this season, .385. First 3 batters for the Bees go .433, .484, in 385. Pierce goes to the plate, another off speed. That one ripped in the opposite direction. A one bouncer to Qualls is able to stop it, but that's going to be a base hit to left field for Eli Huddleston. So off to second goes Fallon. Huddleston makes it to first on a liner to left. And that'll bring Carter Shanks, the cleanup hitter here for the Bees. Creed Pierce has only given up 2 earned runs in his 15 2/3 innings pitched so far this season. And now we'll get a visit to the mound as Parrott will jog out there and talk to Pierce. As Carter Shanks, well, the senior also having a pretty good season, batting .320, raised that average from .268 a year ago as a junior. He'll step up to the plate, the righty. 2 runners on, 1 out in the inning. Pierce with some work to do from the stretch. No score right here in the top of the first. Pierce looks back. A bunt is shown from Shanks, but he can't get it down, and that's going to be strike 1. So the Bees coming out swinging here in the top half of the inning. Fallon gets on due to an error by the second baseman of the Wildcats. Shanks flies out to right, but then Huddleston rips one to left field on another off speed. Here's the second pitch to Carter Shanks. That one high and out of play. That'll be foul ball and strike number 2.
Free popcorn for Pop Flies.
So Pierce will walk back up to the mound. An 0-2 count against the cleanup hitter for the Bees with 2 runners on and 1 gone in the inning. Fallon on second, Huddleston on first. Pierce to the plate, swing and a miss. That's going to be strike 3. He gets his first strikeout of the ball game. Nice little off speed to the outside corner, got Shanks chasing, and it brings 2 outs in the inning. Caden Colson will step to the plate now for the Upperman Bees. Colson batting .310. First 6 batters for this B squad batting above 300. Livingston, everybody batting above 300 with the exception of Dylan York, who's at .227. 2 gone in the inning, 2 runners on. Pierce looking back, trying to check on Fallon. Now he goes to the plate with the delivery. The off-speed pitch in there for strike number 1 off the inside corner. Has really been utilizing that off-speed so far early on in this ball game. And he's ahead 0-1 against Caden Colson, the third baseman for the Bees in this ball game. Colson asking for time is going to be granted it, as Pierce taking his time on the mound to get the signal from his battery mate in Parrott. 0-1 count to Colson, 2 gone in the inning, 2 runners on. Fallon's at second. They're holding him on pretty closely. Hayden Ledbetter there at shortstop for the Wildcats behind him. Pierce to the plate, outside. That one going to be a little high, and that's going to be a ball. So a 1-1 count now to Colson at the plate with 2 runners on. As Bees team, no stranger to scoring runs. They've got 2 on right now, and they're going to try to get Fallon in if they can. The leadoff man did his job, got aboard. Here's the pitch. That one ripped to the shortstop. Ledbetter's got it, throws it on to second, and that will be out number 3. A ground out to the shortstop for Caden Colson. 3 up and 3 down for Pierce. He gets out of the inning. It's 0-0 as we head to the bottom of the first.
Tennessee College of Applied Technology, professional careers, trained and skilled. A career in a year, no student loan debt, thousands in money saved. Right to the career you want. At TCAP Livingston, fields like information technology, machine tools, HVAC, transportation. Study today, be working in months with TCAP Livingston. Use Tennessee Reconnect and Tennessee Promise and save money. Graduate with a career and no debt. As much as $30,000 saved. Go to tcaplivingston.edu to find out more.
This is Marvin Long, your local Twin Lakes Business Solutions consultant. At Twin Lakes, we are prepared to handle everything this year brings to you. Whether you're going to school, working from home, or starting a new business, Twin Lakes is here to help. With speeds up to 1 gig, reliable voice solutions, robust TV services and security, and smart control systems, we've got you covered. Work fast, play hard this year with fiber from Twin Lakes. Learn more by visiting us online at twinlakes.net.
TN number C-0026.
Welcome back to Wildcat Field as Eli Huddleston taking the bump now for the Upperman Bees. 5 came to the plate for the Bees, but unable to get any runs across the board. They got 2 runners on with Fallon reaching by an error. And then Huddleston was able to rip one to left field, a 1 bouncer to Qualls, but unable to bring anybody around were the rest of the order for the Bees. Pierce with some early trouble, able to get out of it. And not too many pitches in the process. That'll get Eli Huddleston, the big lefty on the mound, ready for this Livingston Wildcats squad. As this team hitting the ball extremely well to start the season. They're 5-2 on the season for good reason. Hitting the ball .344 to start out the season. They've driven 40 runs in. They've got 19 doubles, a triple, just 1 home run. That's Aiden Ledbetter, who did that earlier on in the season. They'll steal a few bases as well. 21 stolen bases for this Wildcat squad. So that'll keep Holroyd behind the plate busy for the Bees. Stepping up to the plate first will be the senior who we talked to before the game, Caleb Webb.
Now batting for the Livingston Wildcats, number 3, Caleb Webb.
Webb wears the number 3 jersey. He'll step to the plate against the big lefty and Huddleston. Here's the pitch from Eli. That one outside, swung on, and that'll be strike number 1 on Caleb Webb. Webb batting .381 so far this season. 6 walks, 4 stolen bases. Second pitch is in there. First called strike number 2. And Webb quickly down 0-2 in the count. Huddleston gets the sign to the plate. That's going to be ball number 1, just a bit outside. Here's the 1-2. Huddleston with the delivery. Swung on, and that's strike number 3, the first strikeout of the ball game for Eli Huddleston.
For the Livingston Wildcats
is Caleb Webb swinging and on another outside pitch. Unable to get to it. Will be out number 1 in the inning. We'll bring another senior to the plate. Be the second baseman in Tyler Garrett. Here's the first pitch swung on, and that'll be a foul ball out of the play to the right side for strike number 1. That's pretty good when your top 3 go .381, .321, and .444 at the plate. Here's the second pitch to Garrett. That one a little outside for ball 1. Move the count to 1-1. 1 gone in the inning after the strikeout by Webb. The pitch, that one fouled away as well to the right side. But it'll be strike number 2 on Garrett. Brings it to a 1-2 count. After the weather we had this past weekend, the picked up a little bit here tonight. Obviously supposed to get a lot more wind tomorrow, but it is about perfect here tonight. That one fouled away yet again. We'll try the 1-2 count again. No runners on, 1 gone in the inning here in the bottom half of the first. This Wildcat squad boasts 4 seniors, all 4 of them in the lineup. First 3, Webb, Garrett, and Pierce. As this one swung on, a little blooper to left. That one's going to drop for a base hit for Tyler Garrett. Kept fighting off the pitches to the outside. Finally got one on the inside part of the plate. Drops it in for a single to the left side. So a runner on here for the Wildcats will bring the hot hitting, the hot pitching Creed Pierce to the plate. Pierce hitting the ball very well to start this season. Hitting at .444. He's got 4 doubles, 3 runs driven in. Pitcher against pitcher in this one. The pitch swung on high in the air to the right side, but playable for the right fielder in Stanton. He makes the catch, and that'll be out number 1 and out number 2, I beg your pardon, as it'll be a fly out to the right fielder
for the Livingston Wildcats, number 1
by Pierce. So 2 gone in the inning now. 1 runner on for the Wildcats brings up the cleanup hitter and Aaron Moffitt, the junior. It's going to be a trend. He's saying they're hitting the ball well. Almost everybody hitting over 300, 318 for the big junior. Here's the first pitch. That one outside. Swung on for strike 1. Huddleston has really been working the outside part of the plate and getting a lot of swing and misses, a lot of fouls to that outside part. He goes a little bit lower over the middle of the plate and gets a called strike for number 2. So now an 0-2 count to Moffitt, a runner on, 2 gone in the inning. Huddleston gets the sign, looks to first base, brings it home. That one going to be in the dirt for ball number 1. Both of these pitchers throw a lot of strikes, a lot of strikeouts for both of these pitchers as well. The 1-2 swung on high in the air. Left center field. Center fielder drifting over to it is Fallon. He's under it. He makes the catch for out number 3 and still scoreless here in this one between the Bees and the Wildcats. 0-0 as we head to the second.
Hey guys, Jonathan here from Veterans Barber Shop. Fellas are doing a lot of crazy things with their hair these days, whether they're cutting parts in their head, wearing man buns, or coloring it pink and purple. But at Veterans Barber Shop, we don't do any of that stuff. We still believe a man ought to look like a man. So if you want to look like a man, you come see us at Veterans. We're open Tuesday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 4:30, and Saturday, 7 to 12. Be sure to find us on Facebook and check out our website at veteransbarbershop.com. So come see us at Veterans Barbershop and get some. Don't look like one. Moms, wives, girlfriends, and sisters are always welcome in the waiting area.
Upper Cumberland Electric Membership Corporation wants to make it easier to pay your power bill.
Now you can pay cash for your electric bill when you shop your favorite store.
It's UCEMC Checkout.
Pay cash for your electric bill.
At Dollar General, CVS Pharmacy, 7-Eleven, Walgreens, and Speedway.
Just another tool to make your life easier from Upper Cumberland Electric Membership Corporation.
Also ask about new auto pay and e-check options at your local office.
Or at UCEMC.com.
Paying your power bill has never been easier.
Welcome back to Livingston Academy. 0-0 early on in this one after one inning of action between the Bees and the Wildcats. And, well, we kind of figured this one would be a little low scoring with both pitchers coming in, throwing the ball very well. A 1.27 ERA for Huddleston on the bump. He's got a win and a save already to his credit. Pierce, he's thrown 15 2/3 innings in just 2 starts. That's right, he's thrown more than 7 innings in both of his starts, as both of them have gone to extras. He's gotten the win in one of them and a no decision in the other, as he'll take the bump again here to start the top of the second with the Bees coming to the plate. It'll be their first baseman in Will Penland. Penland, another one of the Bees, hitting .320 on the season. The lefty steps up. Here's the first pitch, another off speed. That one misses for ball number 1. The field in beautiful shape here for Livingston. Second pitch, another off speed. That one in the dirt. 2-0. Quickly to Penland is Pierce, as we start the top of the second inning here. No outs in the inning. The 2-0. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. That'll be strike number 1. Finally brought a little bit of the heat and got a strike out of it. Early on in this one, Huddleston's been working the outside part of the plate with some fastballs. Pierce has really been working the off speed. Here's another fastball, and that'll be strike number 2. Brings the count even at 2. It's the leadoff man in the inning for the Bees, and Will Penland. It's a 2-2 count. Here's the pitch from Pierce, the righty, off speed in the dirt. That's going to be ball number 3 and brings the count to full. Well, especially against pitchers who usually don't throw a whole lot of balls, you really got to work some counts and try to make them work for it. Penland trying to do that right here with the full count, 3-2. Here's the pitch from Pierce. Swung on. That'll be out of play for a foul ball. Try it again. Creed Pierce has only given up 4 walks so far this season in his 15 2/3 innings pitched. Going to try to keep that trend going with a good pitch here. He gets the sign from Parrott. Here's the pitch, the 3-2. Swung on to the second baseman right at Garrett. He's able to make the grab for out number 1. A little bit of a knuckler right at Garrett, able to stay in front of it and make the catch for out number 1. As that'll bring up the right fielder for the Bees and Ty Stanton. He takes a step to the plate. The righty eyes down Pierce. 1 gone in the inning. Here's the pitch to Stanton. In there for ball number 1. Don't forget, coverage of Upper Cumberland baseball continues on Saturday. The White County Warriors host Warren County. Coverage begins at 12:45 on News Talk 94.1. That ball outside for ball number 2 against Stanton. We'll have coverage of Upper Cumberland baseball all season long on UC Sports Nation between Sports Radio 104.7, News Talk 94.1. A nice off-speed pitch in there for strike number 1 to bring the count to 2-1. 1 gone in the inning. Pierce against Stanton. Here's the pitch. Swung on. It looked like it was going to be a little outside. That's going to be a strikeout for Creed Pierce. It's his second strikeout of the ball game so far. Brings up the designated hitter and Caleb Broaden to the plate. First pitch to him, off speed, a little bouncer to the third baseman, picked up by the Wildcats, but not going to be in time as the throw brought Webb off the bag, and Ron was able to leg it out anyways. It would have been close, but the throw not good enough, and Ron is able to find his way upon first, able to leg that one out. So a runner on here for the Bees with 2 gone in the inning. Coach Shanks conferring with the home plate umpire about something. They're going to get a courtesy runner on there for Rawdon. As Braden Williams will step up to the plate here for the Bees. So the designated hitter does his job, gets on the board. 2 gone in the inning now. A runner on for the Bees. They're going to check over on that pinch runner. Pierce on the mound. Here's the first pitch to the left fielder and Williams. On the way, swung on and missed. That'll be strike number 1. And Pierce, after really hasn't given up too much solid contact, really just the Eli Huddleston rip to left field. Other than that, it's been an error in the first inning, and you could consider maybe an error, maybe a hit, an infield hit there for Caleb Rawdon as he checks over to first again on the pinch runner. But not too much solid contact in the early going for the Bees against Pierce. Here's the 0-1. Runner goes. Throw on the way. It's a good one, and he's going to be out at second base. Parrott guns him down. What a throw from the catcher for the Livingston Wildcats. Carson Parrott guns him down, throws the runner out, and that will end the top of the second. The Wildcats coming up next in the bottom of the second, still tied 0-0 in Livingston.
Halls Sports and Outdoors has you covered from field to field. Hunting to sports to outdoors. Halls Sports and Outdoors can get you on the field you love with the supplies, the tools, the wardrobe, the top brands. Rocky, Primos, Under Armour, Stanley. Only the best in the field from camo to cleats. Halls has you covered. 207 South Main Street, Jamestown. If your playing field is a tucked away fishing cove or your favorite course, it starts with Halls Sports and Outdoors.
You are the get-it-done kind of guy. Task to do, finish it. So you need solutions. Stovers is your solution. Wanting to improve the look of the backyard? Stovers has all kinds of landscape options that will cost you less. Stovers has it all. And Stovers will save you money. Stovers buys in bulk. They find deals. They find closeouts, plumbing, lighting, tools too. Make Stovers the first stop for solutions. West Broad Street, Cookeville. Stovers is your solution.
Stovers, your anything and everything store.
Carson Parrott able to throw out the runner going on to second as we head to the bottom of the second here with the Wildcats coming up to the plate. And guess what? Well, you throw them out, you get to come up to the plate. Carson Parrott will step to the plate here after catching the runner there in the top half of the inning. Huddleston still on the bump for the Bees here in the bottom of the second. Scoreless in this one between the Bees and the Wildcats. Again, last year, 2 wins in favor of the Bees. Wildcats have not won since 2019 here on this field. They won it in a close one, 6-5. This one swung on, and that's going to split the 5-6 gap, and that's going to be a single for the catcher in Parrott. First pitch swinging was Carson Parrott, and Huddleston, he's been throwing strikes early on, took advantage of it, was Parrott. So a runner on to start off the inning for the Wildcats, and Miles Maynard will step to the plate here.
Next at bat for the Livingston Wildcats, number 18, Miles Maynard.
So Maynard up to the plate, batting .350 on the season, 5 runs batted in, 6 walks as well. He's got a runner on here and a chance to move him over. Huddleston to the plate with the first pitch in there for strike number 1. Tell you what, if we could have weather like this every single night for baseball, I don't think too many people would complain. Barely any wind. The sun setting over our right shoulder behind the press box as that one fouled away for strike number 2 for Maynard. Doesn't look like these two teams are going to be so lucky tomorrow evening in Baxter when they'll meet again at 5:30. So 0-2 against Maynard here. He's got a runner on in Parrott. Here's the pitch. Swung on to center field. Coming on is Fallon. Makes the catch for out number 1. Little soft blooper to center field. Tested Fallon. He was able to get to it. The freshman phenom for this Upperman Bees squad. And it's a pretty big outfield here at Livingston. 384 to dead center. A very tall fence. And then you have the scoreboard above the fence in dead center. He's got a lot of ground to cover out there. Here's Huddleston with the first pitch to Hayden Ledbetter. Swung on, and that'll be strike number 1. So 1 gone in the inning. A runner on is Parrott, who opened the inning with a rip to left field between Shanks and Colson in that 5-6 hole. Huddleston will come set in the stretch. Brings it home with the 0-1. That'll be strike number 2. Ledbetter down in the count now, 0-2. Ledbetter in that 7 spot here this evening. Leads the team in runs scored with 9 of them. And I like what Coach Loftus does. Really spreads out the production throughout his lineup. The 0-2 pitch is going to be a little low for ball number 1. Ledbetter, a little more breathing room now at 1-2. Parrott on first. They're going to check over at him. He dives back in safely as Penland mishandled it on the way back. Now we'll throw it back to him. Here's the 1-2. Huddleston with the delivery, swung on, and that'll be strike number 3. Another strikeout for Eli Huddleston. Second strikeout of the ball game after getting Webb to open up the ball game. Now both pitchers with 2 strikeouts. 2 gone in the inning. A runner on for the Wildcats will bring on Dylan York, the sophomore, playing right field in this ball game. Going no batting gloves. Love to see it, though. Lefty steps up in the box, swinging at pitch number 1. Unable to make any contact, and that'll be strike number 1. 2 gone in the inning here for the right fielder. The 0-1 on the way, swung on, high in the air, will be out of play for strike number 2. Kind of going back to what I said in that last batter, how Coach Loftus kind of spreading out the wealth, the production in his lineup. His DH and Taishan Hayes hitting the ball very well as the 9th batter. 364 with 7 runs batted in. The man on deck. This ball ripped to the right side. Second baseman Shanks handles it, throws it on to first, and that'll be out number 3. The Wildcats scoreless here in inning number 2. A ground out to the second baseman for York. Score still reads 0-0 here at Livingston.
Upper Cumberland Electric Membership Corporation wants to make it easier to pay your power bill.
Now you can pay cash for your electric bill when you shop your favorite store.
It's UCEMC checkout.
Pay cash for your electric bill.
At Dollar General, CVS Pharmacy, 7-Eleven, Walgreens, and Speedway.
Just another tool to make your life easier from Upper Cumberland Electric Membership Corporation.
Also ask about new auto pay and e-check options at your local office.
Or at UCEMC.com.
Paying your power bill has never been easier.
This is Marvin Long, your local Twin Lakes Business Solutions consultant. At Twin Lakes, we are prepared to handle everything this year brings to you. Whether you're going to school, working from home, or starting a new business, Twin Lakes is here to help. With speeds up to 1 gig, reliable voice solutions, robust TV services and security, and smart control systems, we've got you covered. Work fast, play hard this year with fiber from Twin Lakes. Learn more by visiting us online at twinlakes.net.
TN cert number C-0026.
Back here at Livingston Academy at Wildcat Stadium. The Wildcats taking on the Bees 0-0 as we start inning number 3. Both Pierce and Huddleston pitching very well to start out this ball game. Both pitchers through 2 innings so far. 2 strikeouts to their names. Not too many hits given up in this one yet. Not too much solid contact. Huddleston had a hit early on for the Bees. And in the last half inning, it was Ron who got aboard, and then a pinch runner came on for him and got caught stealing by Parrott. And Braden Williams was at the plate, so he'll get to try it again to start out this top half of the 3rd. First pitch to Williams is going to be a ball. Kind of fortunate for Williams. He was down 0-1 in the count. Now he's up 1-0, and it's going to be tied up at 1-1 after that called strike. Pierce was able to get it over the edge. Here's the 1-1 from Creed Pierce. The off speed, a little outside and low for ball number 2. Williams trying to turn it over back to the top of the lineup, try to get on board for Justin Fallon to bring him around if he can. The 2-1 from Pierce. And that's going to be a called strike, first strike number 2. He's starting to work that outside corner as well. Evens the count up at 2 apiece. It's the first batter of the inning for the Bees. Williams at the plate. Pierce with the delivery on the 2-2. And that'll be ball number 3. Bring the count to full. These 2 teams going to be the top 2 teams. Probably there's some pretty good teams in District 7 and 3A as there are in most sports. Here's the 3-2, high in the air to center field. Playable, shortstop back to get it is Ledbetter, makes the catch over his shoulder, was able to call off Maynard, and Ledbetter able to make the catch for out number 1. A very nice play, ranging back behind to his left, was able to catch it over his shoulder for out number 1 in the inning. Got off the handle from Williams. But Ledbetter making a nice play from his shortstop position. That'll bring up the leadoff man in Justin Fallon. Pierce with the delivery to him, swinging first pitch down the third baseline. And Coach Shanks unable to make the play on it. It's going to be foul ball and strike number 1. So 1 gone in the inning after the nice play by Hayden Ledbetter out there at shortstop. Here's the 0-1 to Fallon. On the way, the off speed again to the left side, and again it's going to be a foul ball. A little early on that off speed. Really wanting to get that fastball. Pierce doing a nice job mixing it up when he can. Goes 2 off speed pitches right there, and he's ahead 0-2 in the count. Coming up after this pitch, we'll go do some Atlanta Braves trivia. As you can listen to Atlanta Braves baseball on Sports Radio 104.7 this season. Creed Pierce with his third strikeout of the ball game. Got Fallon swinging. And it's the second out of the inning. So, before we get this batter going, the Atlanta Braves, what city were the Braves founded in? I'll give you the answer coming up in the bottom half of the third. What city were the Braves founded in? Here's the first pitch to Caden Shanks, swinging and fouling it to the right side for strike number one. So Pierce ahead in the count again. 0-1, 2 gone in the inning after a flyout and a strikeout. Here's the 0-1 from Pierce. Another off speed, that time a little bit in the dirt. And it'll even the count up in 1-1. Here is the 1-1 on the way. Little sidearm action from Pierce that time, and a little bit low, misses for ball number 2. So 2 gone in the inning here for Creed Pierce. He'll take a deep breath as he walks to the back of the mound. Checks his defense, makes sure they're ready. Here in the top half of the third between the Wildcats and the Bees. Creed Pierce, the 2-1 on the way, off speed, outside for ball number 3. So now some work to do to Caden Shanks as he's worked this count to 3-1. The lefty at the plate, the righty on the mound. He's got the sign. Pierce to the plate on the way and bounces it for ball number 4, just the 5th walk of the season for Creed Pierce. But Shanks able to find his way aboard. 2 gone in the inning, and the Bees going to try to get a little bit of a 2-out rally here. As Caden Shanks will be on first. Eli Huddleston, the man with the hit in this ball game so far. The only hit for the Bees so far. I beg your pardon, Caleb Rawdon also with a little grounder to the left side in the last half inning. Here's the first pitch. That's going to be high for ball 1. First time Pierce has maybe looked a little bit rattled. Hasn't had quite the control in the last couple batters as he did through the first time through the lineup. He's got a runner on here, 2 gone in the inning. The 1-0. Checking on over to Fallon. Now comes to the plate. That'll be strike number 1. Got the call. And evens the count up in 1 apiece. Fallon takes a step off of first base. He's got the sliding glove with the right hand. They're going to check on over to him. Not in time is Pierce, and he'll try it again. Eli Huddleston at the plate with a liner in the first inning to left field. Here's the 1-1. That one going to be low. Stealing goes Fallon. Another good throw from Parrott, but Fallon able to get underneath it. It was an off-speed pitch. Was a ball to Huddleston. Parrott able to corral it, make the throw. A very good throw, but just not in time. As Fallon with a lot of speed, able to slide in there for a stolen base. So now a runner in scoring position here for the 3-hole hitter and Eli Huddleston. Here is the pitch on the way, off speed, outside for ball number 3. Brings the count to 3-1. Now a little bit of danger mode here for Creed Pierce. 3-1 count, 2 gone in the inning. He's got Fallon on second for the Bees and Eli Huddleston, one of the best hitters on this Bees squad at the plate. They're going to try to keep Fallon close at second base. Here's the 3-1 on the way, swung on to the right side. Webb over to make the play, gets it over to Pierce. Pierce has to beat Huddleston, and he does for out number 3. A nice play made by the 2 seniors there at first base. It's a ground out to the first baseman by Eli Huddleston, and Creed Pierce able to get out of the inning unscathed. 0-0 as we head to the bottom of the third.
Tier 1.
Offering big city care and treatment right here in the Upper Cumberland.
Exceptional care.
Orthopedic care, sports injuries.
The best technology right here.
Tier 1.
Your neck, your knee, lower back pain, a sore shoulder.
Get relief
from the best trained doctors
who care about you.
Tier 1.
Physical therapy to get you back in the game.
Tier 1. Big city care and treatment right here.
One place.
Call 526-9518 for an appointment.
526-9518.
Every night we struggle. Family battles begin. What's for dinner?
Tonight, a gourmet delight is waiting at Firehouse Subs. A gourmet sub sandwich piled high with meats and cheeses and all the veggies, with toasted bread that's mouth-watering. You can order online through the app and pick up your freshly made order curbside just in time for dinner. They make it. Fresh ingredients, made just the way you want it.
Firehouse Subs for dinner.
Scoreless as we enter the bottom of the third here between the Wildcats and the Bees. Eli Huddleston still on the bump for the Upperman Bees. Thrown a good one so far through 2 innings for him. Just 25 pitches. He's got a couple of strikeouts and just a couple of hits. Carson paired with a single. Tyler Garrett with a single as well for the Wildcats. Leading off this inning is going to be the DH freshman Taishan Hayes. These two teams very similar when you kind of look up the makeup of their team. They've got a group of seniors that really cement themselves in the lineup, have been playing some really good baseball, but they've also got some really good young players around them. Taishan Hayes, a freshman, the DH, hitting very well to start this season. He'll step up to the plate against the junior in Huddleston. Here's the first pitch to the freshman. That'll be in there for strike number 1. He's batting .364 to start off his freshman campaign. Here's the 0-1. A little bit low, took a big hack at it. That's going to be fouled off for strike number 2. And down 0-2 goes Hayes. We will have the answer to Atlanta Braves trivia. What city were the Braves founded in coming up in this inning? Hayes asking for time, didn't get it granted, and he strikes out in the process, swinging at a good strike there for Huddleston, his 3rd strikeout of the ball game. So Hayes goes down swinging. It'll bring the top of the lineup back up for the Wildcats. Caleb Webb stepping up to the plate. He's 0 for 1 so far in today's contest. Strikeout in the bottom half of the first. Swinging on first pitch for strike number 1 is Webb. One gone in the inning for Huddleston. Here's the 0-1 from Eli. Another swing high, and Webb saw the cheese, couldn't bring it down. That's 0-2. So Caleb Webb quickly down 0-2. Here's the 0-2, and 3 pitches, 3 strikes. Swinging on the 3rd one goes Caleb Webb, and he'll head back to the dugout. 2nd out of the inning and 2 strikeouts for Eli Huddleston to start off this inning, and has not thrown a ball yet. 6 pitches, 6 strikes. He's going to go for the immaculate inning here against the 2-batter and Tyler Garrett, who's singled off him already in this ball game. First pitch swinging is a foul ball. I mentioned his pitch count was only at 25 through 2 innings. If he's able to keep this pace going, he's only going to be at 34 through 3. The lefty with the 0-1. Swung on, and another foul ball to the left side. A chance for 3 up, 3 down, 3 strikeouts on 9 pitches here, with 2 gone in the inning already. Not too often you see this if he's able to get it done. Huddleston gets the sign on the 0-2. Garrett eyeing him at the plate. Here is the pitch from Huddleston on the way. Swung on. It's in the dirt. Picked up by the shortstop, and Shanks makes the throw over, but couldn't handle it. Was Penland. And a runner aboard for the Livingston Wildcats, and the perfect inning is not going to happen for Eli Huddleston. So Garrett finds his way aboard for the second time in today's game. Let's go back to that Atlanta Braves trivia. What city were the Braves founded in? It was actually in Boston back in 1871, and they were called the Boston Red Stockings. Came to Atlanta in 1966 with a stop in between at Milwaukee. One of my favorite names when looking back at the Braves franchise. At one time, they were the Boston Bean Eaters. And the Braves actually got started when the Cincinnati Red Stockings, who started in 1869, disbanded in 1870. 4 of those players moved on to Boston and started the Red Stockings in Boston in 1871 as the longest continuing franchise in professional baseball. A 1-1 count here to the 3-hitter in Creed Pierce. Here's the third pitch of the at-bat. That'll be outside for ball number 2. So there you go for your Atlanta Braves trivia. Started in Boston in 1871 as the Boston Braves. Check that, the Boston Red Stockings. Finally moved to Atlanta in 1966. This one swung on. Shanks has it at shortstop. Makes the throw to first, and Penland can't handle it again. Goes to the fence. The runner will go to third for the Wildcats. And in scoring position is Tyler Garrett. That's twice now. Shanks threw one low for Penland, who was unable to handle it. Not necessarily bad throws, but Penland couldn't get the scoop. And now it's first and third for Aaron Moffitt. So Garrett able to advance on the misfire. Pierce is aboard. And it's first and third with 2 gone in the inning, and the first real chance for either team here in the bottom half of the third. Huddleston to the plate, off speed in there for strike number 1. It's a 0-0 ball game so far. Moffitt going to try to change that with one swing of the bat. Here's the 0-1 to him. Off speed again is in there for a strike. 0-2 to Moffitt. 2 gone in the inning, first and third for the Wildcats. 2 off-speed pitches is frozen Moffitt at the plate. Huddleston going to try to get his third strikeout of the inning. It's in there and just a bit outside for ball number 1. He had a chance for a perfect inning before Tyler Garrett was able to swing on one to the shortstop, and Shanks was unable to make the play on it. Here's the 1-2. Swung on and missed. Strike number 3 and the third strikeout of the inning for Eli Huddleston. He gets out of the inning unscathed as well. And it's 0-0 as we head to the 4th.
Tennessee College of Applied Technology, professional careers, trained and skilled. A career in a year, no student loan debt. Thousands in money saved. Right to the career you want. At TCAP Livingston, fields like information technology, machine tools, HVAC, transportation. Study today, be working in months with TCAP Livingston. Use Tennessee Reconnect and Tennessee Promise and save money. Graduate with a career and no debt. As much as $30,000 saved. Go to tcaplivingston.edu to find out more. Paul's Sports and Outdoors has you covered. From field to field. Hunting to sports to outdoors. Paul's Sports and Outdoors can get you on the field you love with the supplies, the tools, the wardrobe, the top brands. Rocky, Primos, Under Armour, Stanley. Only the best in the field. From camo to cleats. Paul's has you covered. 207 South Main Street, Jamestown. If your playing field is a tucked away fishing cove or your favorite course, it starts with Hall's Sports and Outdoors.
We're back here at Wildcat Stadium, scoreless in this ball game through 3 innings of action. Both teams knocking on the door in that 3rd inning, but unable to get the job done. Creed Pierce still on the bump here for the Wildcats, and you can expect him to be on there for most of the way as long as his pitch count is okay. He's only pitched at the beginning of each week in the last 2 weeks, so he's got plenty of rest, as his last outing was last Monday. So he's got 8 days of rest in between. He's only hit the 100 pitch mark just one time in his 2 starts, even though he's thrown more than 7 innings in each of his 2 starts. Don't forget about the high school playbook, high school baseball and softball. We've got it covered on the high school playbook presented by Mountain Barn Builders. Join us Saturday morning at 10 for a full hour of conversation with local coaches only on Sports Radio 104.7 or podcast the show at ucsportsnation.com. First pitch in there to Carter Shanks is ball number 1 from Pierce. Second pitch is going to be in there for a strike. Shanks, one of the 2 strikeout victims. Check that, one of the 3 strikeout victims for Creed Pierce in his first at-bats. Here's the 1-1, swung on, and that's going to be out of play to the right side for strike number 2. This game moving along just fine. 50 minutes in. His first pitch was at about 6 o'clock and already into the top of the 4th inning. Pierce going to try to get out of this one. Try to get a run on the board in the bottom of the 4th to see if he can get that quality start. Here's the off-speed. Nice pitch, and it's going to be a strikeout for Creed Pierce yet again. His 4th of the game and the 2nd of the game for Carter Shanks, one of the best hitters in the area. Pierce is able to get him going down swinging on the off-speed for his 4th strikeout of the ball game. 1 gone in the inning now for the Wildcats. That'll bring Caden Colson to the plate. The righty on righty. Pierce eyes him, flies it to the plate. That'll be in there for strike number 1. No score in this ball game yet. The Wildcats knocking on the door in the last half inning. Second pitch to Colson, going to be outside for ball number 1. Mentioned it, neither team really able to barrel up any balls from these 2 pitchers. Both Pierce and Huddleston doing a great job on the mound so far. Here's the 1-1 from Pierce, another off-speed, fouled away for strike number 2. That's really been his saving grace so far in this ball game. When he needs a pitch, he's throwing that off-speed in there, and it usually works. It's got a lot of movement. 1-2 count now to Colson with 1 gone in the inning. Pierce shakes the sign off, likes it the second time. Now the delivery, another off-speed off the inside part of the plate. Thought he caught a part, but he's not going to get the call. That'll leave the count up at 2 apiece. Shakes off a couple. Here's the 2-2. Pierce to the plate. Another off speed, and hacking at it goes Colson for strike number 3. And that's some of the times you're going to see the pitchers after a swing like that one throw the sword back in the case, as he had him completely fooled. His second strikeout of the inning. Just how Huddleston started the last half inning. Pierce, he's got 2 strikeouts, start this one. Swinging first pitch is Penland to left field. That one's going to drop at the wall. The Wildcats Qualls unable to make a play on it, and that's going to be a double with 2 gone in the inning for Will Penland, the first baseman. Swinging first pitch, able to rip it to the left side, opposite field for Penland. It falls just 1 bounce shy of going over the fence at that 285 mark down that left field line. And it looks like we're going to have a pinch runner here for Penland. We're going to bring on Branson Turnbow, a freshman for the Bees. 2 gone in the inning after that rip by Penland to left field. Ty Stanton will take a step to the plate now against Pierce in the stretch. Off speed, pitch number 1 is good for strike number 1. A 1 count to Stanton with 2 gone in the inning. And the runner on second is the freshman Turnbow, pinch running for Penland, the first baseman. No score in this ball game yet, but another runner in scoring position. Bunt showed here from Stanton. That one going to be fouled away and out of play. Not too often you're going to see that with 2 gone in the inning, but Stan trying to catch him off guard. Unable to get the job done. So now he's down 0-2 in the count with 2 gone in the inning, a runner on second. Pierce had 2 strikeouts to start this inning against Carter Shanks and Caden Colson. Gave up the double to Penland. And now trying to get the job done against Ty Stanton, the right fielder for the Bees. Taking his time looking in for the sign, shaking off a lot of pitches. Now he's ready to go. Checks back on Turnbow at second base. 2 gone in the inning. Here's the 0-2. To the plate. Swung on and missed. Strike number 3 for Creed Pierce. 3 strikeouts in the inning. He's got 6 strikeouts on the ball game, and the score remains 0-0 as we head to the bottom of the 4th.
Grab the guys and call it a day. You worked hard. Now it's time to chill with the best tasting barbecue in town. No one does it like the Blue Pig. Savory beef brisket, fall off the bone wings. Only the Blue Pig can do it the way you like. Add a couple of cold ones and heat up the conversation. There's no better place to call it a day after your hard day than the Blue Pig. 35 West Broad Street, downtown Cookeville. And there's no work involved. Just check out the menu board when you walk in the door. The Blue Pig. Fun, casual, delicious. Upper Cumberland Electric Membership Corporation wants to make it easier to pay your power bill.
Now you can pay cash for your electric bill when you shop your favorite store.
It's UCEMC Checkout.
Pay cash for your electric bill.
At Dollar General, CVS Pharmacy, 7-Eleven, Walgreens, and Speedway.
Just another tool to make your life easier from Upper Cumberland Electric Membership Corporation.
Also ask about new auto pay and e-check options at your local office.
Or at UCEMC.com.
Paying your power bill has never been easier.
As we get ready to start the bottom of the 4th here between Livingston and Upperman, it's 0-0. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification.
Covering UC Sports Nation. Sports Radio 104.7, W282AG Cookeville, WKXD HD3 Monterey. Sports Radio 104.7.
Eli Huddleston still on the bump for the Bees as we start the bottom of the 4th. Coming to the plate will be the catcher, Carson Parrott, who's ripped a single in his first at-bat. He's thrown a runner out, almost threw fouling out a second time. He's having a pretty good game so far. Here's the first pitch to Parrott, swinging first pitch, but that's going to be fouled straight back into the net. A very quiet evening here in Livingston. A lot of fans on hand, but lively are the players. This one swung on to right field, high in the air. Coming onto it is Stanton, and he's able to make the catch. So a fly out to right for Carson Parrott. Brings out number 1. Miles Maynard will step to the plate for the Livingston Wildcats. Eli Huddleston pitching a gem so far. 4 strikeouts in the ball game. First pitch swinging. Picked up by Carter Shanks. On the way to first, over the head of Penland. And a runner aboard for the Wildcats. That's 3 now from Carter Shanks, where he was unable to make the throw over to Penland at first. The first 2 in the dirt. Penland unable to scoop it, that time over the head of Penland. Shanks unable to get the job done. And it means Maynard is going to be the first runner aboard here in the bottom of the 4th. That'll bring Hayden Ledbetter to the plate for the Wildcats. They're going to check on over and Maynard at first.
Now up, Hayden Ledbetter.
1 gone in the inning. The senior Ledbetter in that 7 spot in the lineup, bringing a little bit of leadership and a good amount of average as well. Batting .368, shows bunt, gets it down to the left side, but just going to be foul. He tried to spin it back in play, but unable to do so. Would have been a really good bunt. He's got a lot of speed, and he would have been safe as well as Maynard safe at second. Just couldn't get it fair. And that'll be the first strike at the at-bat. So Maynard at first after the overthrow by Shanks. 1 gone in the inning. Here's the 0-1. Bunt shown again. This one popped up in the air. That's caught by the third baseman. Maynard was off the bag. Is he out? He is. A double play. The third baseman, Caden Colson, makes the play on the pop-up bunt, throws it on to first, and doubles up. The Livingston Wildcats. Huddleston able to get out of it with ease. 0-0 as we head to the 5th.
This is Marvin Long, your local Twin Lakes Business Solutions consultant. At Twin Lakes, we are prepared to handle everything this year brings to you. Whether you're going to school, working from home, or starting a new business, Twin Lakes is here to help. With speeds up to 1 gig, reliable voice solutions, robust TV services and security, and smart control systems, we've got you covered. Work fast, play hard this year with fiber from Twin Lakes. Learn more by visiting us online at twinlakes.net.
TN number C-0026.
Tier 1.
Offering big city care and treatment right here in the Upper Cumberland.
Exceptional care.
Orthopedic care, sports injuries.
The best technology right here.
Tier 1.
Your neck, your knee, lower back pain, a sore shoulder.
Get relief
from the best trained doctors
who care about you.
Tier 1.
Physical therapy to get you back in the game.
Tier 1. Big city care and treatment right here.
One place.
Call 526-9518 for an appointment.
526-9518.
Creed Pierce still on the bump here for the Livingston Wildcats as we get set to start the top half of the 5th. DH will be coming to the plate for the Bees, and Caleb Baradin, who got aboard in his first at-bat. Pinch runner came on for him and then was caught stealing by Parrott to end the second inning. Pierce with 3 strikeouts back in the 4th inning. Going to try to do that again. Hey, if you love baseball, you can catch the Braves. Atlanta Braves baseball returns to the Upper Cumberland live on Sports Radio 104.7. They open the season against my Cincinnati Reds on the 7th, which is next Thursday at 6:20 at Truist Park in Atlanta. First pitch in there for a strike against Rawdon. There's the 0-1, a good off-speed, got Rawdon swinging. That'll move the count to 0-2. Pierce already with 6 strikeouts to his name. Checks in for the sign to Parrott, the 0-2. Off-speed again, able to wait on it that time was Rawdon. Making a play on it is the third baseman, but it's going to be a foul ball. It was very close to the bag. It was a nice play over there by Moffitt. Able to pick it up and throw it on over the first. But a foul ball is going to keep the count at 0-2. Pierce and Huddleston just battling on the mound in a 0-0 ball game here in the top of the 5th. This game moving right along, an hour and 2 minutes in. Another off speed, this one ripped to the shortstop. Ledbetter rises up and is able to rip it down with the left-hand glove. Ledbetter has made a couple of spectacular plays in this ball game. That one a little better than the first for his over-the-shoulder catch. And Ledbetter takes a single away from the DH in Rawdon. Ledbetter, great basketball player for Livingston as well, showing off his athleticism with the play that time. First pitch in there to the 9th batter, and Braden Williams is a called strike on another off speed. 1 gone in the inning. Fastball ripped down into the dirt for ball number 1. Ledbetter has really done a nice job defensively in this ball game, and especially in a game when there's not going to be a lot of runs scored. You're going to need that from the guys behind Creed Pierce, and they've done it so far. The exception of the very first batter of the ball game and an error to Garrett at second base. They've done a tremendous job fielding it when the ball is hit. Second ball of the at-bat there to Braden Williams. Check that, it's 3-0. Here's the 3-0. That's going to be a walk, the second walk of the ball game for Creed Pierce, who's only given up now 6 on the season, had given up 4 coming into this ball game. And that'll turn the lineup over. That's exactly what the Bees wanted. Justin Fallon will step up to the plate here in the top half of the fifth. One gone in the inning. Braden Williams, the left fielder, on first for the Bees. Pierce gets the sign, comes to the plate. The off-speed rip to the third baseman. Moffitt's got it, throws it on to second for out number one. They try it at first, but not going to be in time. They get the lead runner, though. Nice play there by Moffitt, as Garrett was able to get there in time as well to get the lead runner and get 2 outs in the inning. So Fallon will be on first now on a fielder's choice. Pierce a little chat with the second base umpire. It looked like there might have been a little extracurriculars there on the slide. And it could have been about that, but nothing comes of it. 2 gone in the inning. Runner on first is Fallon. Kane Shanks will step to the plate for the Bees. Gotten a board from a walk his last time up. Checking on over at first. Nice pickoff move, but got back in just the nick of time was Fallon. Pierce doing a really good job holding runners on. He's getting some good help from his catcher and Parrott as well, throwing a guy out already. There's the first pitch to Shanks. That's going to be high and outside for ball number 1. 0-0 ball game here in the top of the fifth. 2 gone in the inning. Bees at the plate. Creed Pierce, 6 strikeouts in the ball game so far. He's down 1-0 in the count right now. Checks first base, throws it on over. Another good move, but can't get Fallon as he gets back in time. Still 1-0. Pierce will try it again. To the plate this time with the off speed, a little bit low for ball number 2. The senior might be playing with himself in his head a little bit with the 2-0 count now and a runner on first. He's got 2 gone in the inning. Fallon's not going to hurt him too much over there at first base. He's been throwing it pretty well, but paying a lot of attention over to Fallon at first. Here's the 2-0. Takes a long pause on the mound. Now he comes to the plate. The delivery is fouled away for strike number 1 and out of play. That'll bring the count to 2-1 with 2 gone in the inning. Kane Shanks trying to get something going for the Bees. Neither team able to string together hits, as not too many hits given up in this ball game from either pitcher. We knew that coming in. Hits were going to be hard to come by, runs even harder. Here's the 2-1 to the plate, off speed, rip to the right side, is going to be through the infield into the right fielder. They're going to hold the lead runner in Fallon at second base, but it's going to be a base hit for Caden Shanks to the right side. So he gets a single to go through the infield. Fallon finds his way to second base. And now 2 runners aboard for Eli Huddleston. Got time on the field here as Coach Shanks calls time to have a little chat with Justin Fallon as he'll jog over to third base. Not too many times you see that. You see it when the coach will come out to talk to the pitcher, but not too many times you see a coach talk to the runner on second base. But the umpire grants him time, lets him do so. So 2 gone in the inning now for Creed Pierce, who's got 2 runners on. And at the plate is going to be the 3-hole hitter in Eli Huddleston. He's singled already in this ball game, and he's grounded out once as well. He steps up to the plate. A big time for the Bees. Pierce has Ledbetter out at second base behind Fallon, holding him on. Comes to the plate with the off speed. That's going to be outside for ball number 1. There's a line out to start the inning to Ledbetter, and then a walk to Williams. There's a fielder's choice that got Williams out at second base. Fallon was able to find his way aboard, and then a single from Shanks. Now 2 runners on with 2 gone in the inning. Here's the 1-0. This one ripped high in the air. Center fielder trying to make a play on it is Maynard. It's going to drop, and a run's going to come home for the Bees, and they're going to hold the other runner at second base. Coming home was Fallon. That's the first run of the ball game, as Eli Huddleston able to get the job done again with a little bloop single to center field. He gets an RBI to his name, and now he's got the lead and still on the mound. The Bees lead it 1-0 in the top half of the 5th. Justin Fallon came around to score. Caden Shanks moved on over to third. So it's first and third with 2 gone in the inning. The Bees lead by 1. Here in the 5th inning, Pierce still on the mound. Parrott looking over to get the signs for first and third. Now he'll bark out instructions to the infield and the outfield. With 2 gone in the inning, stepping up to the plate is the cleanup hitter in Carter Shanks, so it doesn't get any easier with a runner on first and third. Pierce will come set in the stretch with 2 gone in the inning. The delivery. That'll be strike number 1. Pierce had been cruising right along until he gave up a walk to Braden Williams and actually had 2 outs in the inning. Got the runner moving on first and third, and they're going to give him the free stolen base. Looked like they could have tried to get him in the rundown, but smartly stepping and looking over to the third. So the Bees put on a little bit of a play there, and now second and third as Huddleston makes his way on to second base unscathed. Here's the pitch. Blocked by Parrott. A good block for ball number 1. So big opportunity here for Carter Shanks, who's hitting .320 on the season, the senior for this Upperman Bees squad. They got their first run of the ball game thanks to Eli Huddleston. Here's the 1-1. That'll be in there for strike number 2. 2 gone in the inning. A 1-2 count to the senior. Creed Pierce on the mound for the Wildcats with 2 runners on. Pierce in the windup. He comes to the plate. That'll be ball number 2. Evens the count up at 2 apiece on Shanks. 2s are wild here in the top of the 5th. A 2-2 count with 2 gone in the inning. 2 runners on. Here is the pitch. Off speed in there for strike number 3, and a big strikeout for Creed Pierce and the Livingston Wildcats to limit the lead to just 1. 1-0 Bees lead as we head to the bottom of the 5th.
Every night we struggle. Family battles begin. What's for dinner?
Tonight, a gourmet delight is waiting at Firehouse Subs. A gourmet sub sandwich piled high with meats and cheeses and all the veggies, with toasted bread that's mouth-watering. You can order online through the app and pick up your freshly made order curbside just in time for dinner. They make it. Fresh ingredients. Made just the way you want it.
Firehouse Subs for dinner.
Hey guys, Jonathan here from Veterans Barber Shop. Fellas are doing a lot of crazy things with their hair these days, whether they're cutting parts in their head, wearing man buns, or coloring it pink and purple. But at Veterans Barber Shop, we don't do any of that stuff. We still believe a man ought to look like a man. So if you want to look like a man, you come see us at Veterans. We're open Tuesday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 4:30, and Saturday, 7 to 12. Be sure to find us on Facebook and check out our website at veteransbarbershop.com. So come see us at Veterans Barber Shop and get some. Don't look like one. Moms, wives, girlfriends, and sisters are always welcome in the waiting area.
Eli Huddleston still on the bump for the Upperman Bees as we start the bottom of the 5th here with the Wildcats coming to the plate. It'll be Dylan York, the right fielder sophomore for the Livingston Wildcats, now trailing 1-0. As Eli Huddleston was able to get the job done. An RBI to his name in the bottom half of the 5th. Brought around Justin Fallon as he looped one into center field. Fallon with his speed able to score from second. Was running right off the bat with 2 outs in the inning. So it's 1-0. Dylan York going to try to get something going here. He's got one batting glove on now, switched it from no batting gloves. His first time up, he'll watch a pitch go by for ball number 1. Grounded out to the second baseman. And his first at bat. Here is the 1-0 high in the air and playable in the infield for the Bees. Having some trouble as Penland is able to dive towards the pitching mound and make the catch for the Upperman Bees. Kind of caught it late as it's starting to get a little bit darker here. Looked like he got above the lights. He was able to find it and make the catch for out number 1. So we'll pop out to Penland for the first out of the inning. Huddleston will come to the plate for the first pitch for Hayes, who takes a big hack for strike number 1. Taishan Hayes saw 3 strikes in his first at-bat. He's already down 0-2 in the count in this one. The junior has had the best of the freshmen so far in this ball game. 0-2, 1 gone in the inning. Hayes, the DH, the 0-2. Swung on and missed for strike number 3, the second strikeout for Taishan Hayes. And a quick 3 up, 3 down there in the at-bats for Eli Huddleston. 2 gone in the inning now. Bring up the top of the lineup for the Wildcats and Caleb Webb. This is their opportunity with 2 outs in the bottom half of the 5th. That off-speed is going to be a little outside for ball number 1. Webb struggled so far in this one. 2 strikeouts to his name. Huddleston has got 4 strikeouts with the 9-hole hitter and the leadoff batter. That ball sneaks in there for strike number 1 on an off-speed pitch. So a 1-1 count now with 2 gone in the inning. 1-0, Bees lead it. Here is the 1-1. Swung on high in the air. In foul territory, drifting over is Penland, but it's going to be just past the dugout and out of play for strike number 2. So Caleb Webb trying to stay alive and not pick up his 3rd strikeout of the ball game. Huddleston going to try to do just that. He's already got 5 strikeouts in the ball game. This one swung on high in the air again and out of play. Actually, Huddleston going to try to pick up his 7th strikeout of the ball game. He's already got 6 to his name. Here is the 1-2. The lefty is in there for, well, everybody except for the home plate umpire thought it was strike 3. But Caleb Webb gets another opportunity, and as it evens the count up at 2 apiece. Here is the 2-2. Swung on to the shortstop. Carter Shanks has it, makes the throw on over to first, and finally gets the putout as Shanks finds Penland, and a ground out for Caleb Webb, the leadoff batter for the Livingston Wildcats. They go down in order. It's 1-0. Bees on top at the end of 5.
Tier 1.
Offering big city care and treatment right here in the Upper Cumberland.
Exceptional care.
Orthopedic care, sports injuries.
The best technology right here.
Tier 1.
Your neck, your knee, lower back pain, a sore shoulder.
Get relief
from the best trained doctors
who care about you.
Tier 1.
Physical therapy to get you back in the game.
Tier 1. Big city care and treatment right here.
One place.
Call 526-9518 for an appointment.
526-9518.
Upper Cumberland Electric Membership Corporation wants to make it easier to pay your power bill.
Now you can pay cash for your electric bill when you shop your favorite store.
It's UCEMC Checkout.
Pay cash for your electric bill.
At Dollar General, CVS Pharmacy, 7-Eleven, Walgreens, and Speedway.
Just another tool to make your life easier from Upper Cumberland Electric Membership Corporation.
Also ask about new auto pay and e-check options at your local office.
Or at UCEMC.com.
Paying your power bill has never been easier.
Well, we've got a good one that's coming down to the final few innings here in Livingston. The Wildcats trail 1-0 as we start the top of the 6th inning with the Bees coming to the plate. Eli Huddleston able to get a run across in the top half of the 5th. In the last inning, Pierce has thrown it very well with the exception of that run he gave up. Just his third earned run of the season as well. As it was Braden Williams who got aboard. And then Fallon got on by a fielder's choice. Was able to make it all the way around to score the run. Thanks to an Eli Huddleston blooper to center field. We start out the top half of the sixth here. Creed Pierce still on the bump for the Wildcats. Starts it off with an off speed to Caden Colson. In there for strike number 1. Don't forget, 60 minutes of baseball and softball conversation with all the local coaches across the Upper Cumberland. It's the high school playbook, Saturday morning at 10 on Sports Radio 104.7, and it's presented by Mountain Barn Builders. That pitch in there for a ball evens the count up at 1 apiece. Pierce up to 75 pitches in this contest so far through 5 innings. As we start this top half of the sixth, that one just a little bit outside for ball number 2 and makes the count 2-1 to the leadoff man here in the top half of the sixth for the Bees in Caden Colson. Colson hasn't been aboard yet in this ball game. A ground out to the shortstop and a strikeout in his last at-bat. Swinging here to the shortstop. Ledbetter's got it. Throws it with the right hand and makes the play just in time. Another ground out to the shortstop for Colson and 1 gone in the inning for Creed Pierce and the Livingston Wildcats. Tell you what, Aiden Ledbetter, he's had a sure glove in that 6th spot so far this evening. 1 gone in the inning and a 1-0 ball game. Coming to the plate and a little bit of a half check swing is going to be a strike on Will Penland. He ripped a double back in the 4th inning to get a little bit of a run going for the Bees. Couldn't get anything out of it. It was a 1 bouncer to the left field fence. Here's an off-speed pitch from Pierce just a little bit high. That'll even the count up at 1 apiece. 1 gone in the inning with the lefty Penland standing in the box. Pierce in the windup. Goes into motion, comes to the plate, and that'll be a little bit low for ball number 2. A 2-1 count to the first baseman for the Bees. Pierce nearing that 80 pitch mark here in the top half of the 6th. He's pitched 5 1/3. He's had 2 starts this season. Both of them have gone past 7 innings. Swinging on the 2-1 and fouling it off is Penland to even the count up at 2 apiece. Creed Pearson, one of his outings, went 7 2/3 and got a no decision in it, but the Wildcats did get the win against Smith County 2-1 in the end. This one swung on, a little blooper to left field is going to drop for Will Penland, and it's misplayed by Qualls. That's going to roll towards the fence. Penland should have had a single, but it's going to stretch into a double after the misplay there by Qualls out in left field. So Penland finds his way to second base for the 2nd straight time for the Upperman Bees, and that's a good way to start things off with 1 gone in the inning. We'll call it a single and advancing to second on an error by the left fielder. And Qualls. So now a runner on second for the Bees. We'll bring Ty Stanton to the plate here in the top half of the 6th. Showing bunt, gets it down, but drifts just foul. Hit the front part of the plate and just died right there, but drifted across that 3rd base line. Be strike number 1 in the at-bat. The sun having set here in Livingston. The lights abound on Wildcat Stadium, and just a picturesque night for high school baseball in the Upper Cumberland. It's an 0-1 count here to Ty Stanton, the right fielder for the Bees. 1 runner on, showing bunt again, almost catches him in the face, able to back out of it just in time. Actually threw the helmet off of his head. I mean, that had to be within a couple of inches of catching Stanton in the face. But instead, it's going to be ball number 1. So 1-1 count See if Stanton tries to show bunt again. He does. The off-speed, unable to get it down, mishandled by Parrott, but Penland didn't read it off the bounce and is going to stay at second base, and everything works out for the Wildcats that time. So the count goes to 1-2. Keeps Penland at second base, and Stanton, well, we'll see if he goes to the bunt. Would guess that he's not going to on a 1-2 count. One gone in the inning. Penland at second for the Bees. Pierce on the mound. Checking Penland at second. Now we'll go to the plate with the off-speed. Swung on, back up the middle. Ledbetter's got it. Throws it on to first. Makes the play for out number 2. But Penland able to take advantage and move on to third base with 2 gone in the inning. So Stanton grounds out
Now 25.
to Ledbetter again. 2 gone in the inning. Will Penland at third with 2 gone in the inning will bring up Caleb Wadden, the designated hitter for this Upperman squad. It's a 1-0 ball game in the top half of the 6th. Pierce to the plate, off speed, high and away for ball number 1. These two teams will play again tomorrow evening in Baxter of this 2-game set. That one will be a little bit earlier at 5:30. But that also depends on the weather tomorrow. The wind gust supposed to pick up around 40 miles an hour. So it could mean for some long balls, or they might have to move the game again. Supposed to play it yesterday, moved it to tomorrow. That pitch in there for a strike, evens the count up in 1 apiece with 2 gone in the inning. Here is the 1-1. That'll be low for ball number 2. Pierce will take a little trip around the mound, readjust his cap, and get into the windup for the 2-1. Comes to the plate. The off-speed off the inside part of the plate is going to be a ball. Brings it to a hitter's count here for the DH for the Bees in Rawdon. 2 gone in the inning. Penland standing on third base for Upperman, along with his head coach in Wes Shanks. Creed Pierce gathers his thoughts again and steps up to the plate. Here is the 3-1. Fastball ripped to the right side, playable for the right fielder in York. He's under it, makes the grab for out number 3. A fly out to deep right field for Caleb Rowden. No harm done for the Livingston Wildcats as they still trail by 1 as we head to the bottom of the 6th. It's 1-0.
Paul's Sports and Outdoors has you covered from field to field. Hunting to sports to outdoors. Paul's Sports and Outdoors can get you on the field you love with the supplies, the tools, the wardrobe, the top brands. Rocky, Primos, Under Armour, Stanley. Only the best in the field from camo to cleats. Paul's has you covered. 207 South Main Street, Jamestown. If your playing field is a tucked away fishing cove or your favorite course, it starts with Hall's Sports and Outdoors.
This is Marvin Long, your local Twin Lakes Business Solutions consultant. At Twin Lakes, we are prepared to handle everything this year brings to you. Whether you're going to school, working from home, or starting a new business, Twin Lakes is here to help. With speeds up to 1 gig, reliable voice solutions, robust TV services and security, and smart control systems, we've got you covered. Work fast, play hard this year with fiber from Twin Lakes. Learn more by visiting us online at twinlakes.net.
TN cert number C-0026.
It's 1-0 as we start the bottom half of the 6th with the Wildcats coming to the plate. Tyler Garrett, the senior, will lead it off for the Livingston Wildcats here in the bottom part of this 6th inning. Don't forget, coverage of Upper Cumberland baseball continues. Coming up on Saturday, the White County Warriors taking on Warren County. Coverage begins at 12:45 on News Talk 94.1. 1-0 ball game, Bees on top. Huddleston still on the mound for Upperman. Throws a first pitch ball in there with the off speed to Garrett. Garrett so far in this one has been aboard twice. He's going to try to do it again here. That pitch in there for a ball again. The Wildcats trying to get something going here in the bottom part of the 6th. Don't want to send it to a 7th if they don't have to. That pitch in there for strike number 1 on Tyler Garrett. Able to get that low and away pitch to catch the plate. Huddleston, the lefty, delivers. Swung on and missed for strike number 2. Huddleston in this game up to 6 strikeouts so far. He's thrown the ball very well. His pitch count still very low. Here is the 2-2. That'll be fouled away. We'll try it again. And we knew coming into this one it was going to be a pitcher's duel, and the Bees able to get one across the board first. Might just be enough with how good these two pitchers are. Here is the 2-2. Garrett swing and a miss for another strikeout for Eli Huddleston. His 7th strikeout of the ball game so far. Came into this game with 18 strikeouts through 11 innings pitched. He's keeping that trend going. Through now 5 1/3, he's got 7 strikeouts. Creed Pierce steps to the plate. First pitch swinging high in the air and playable for the first baseman in Penland. Under it, can't make the grab, and Pierce is going to be on the board. That one a little easier than the last one he had, which he made a diving play going towards the pitcher's mound. But that time it's going to be an error on Penland. And Creed Pierce finds his way aboard. Just got a little lost in the lights, as once it goes above those lights, a little bit harder to see when it re-enters. And Pierce able to find his way on first base with 1 gone in the inning, bringing Aaron Moffitt to the plate. Huddleston delivers first pitch outside for a ball mishandled by the catcher, and Pierce is going to take a free bag at second base. So now a runner in scoring position here for Moffitt. And we're going to get time called and a visit to the mound for Eli Huddleston and the Upperman Bees. That's the first visit to the mound here in the top half of the 6th. Really the only trouble that either pitcher has been in when Pierce was giving up that run back in the 5th to the Bees, and now the Wildcats knocking on the door, and Coach Shanks just trying to calm his junior down a little bit on the mound there. He's pitched a really good ball game so far, but he's got a pretty good hitter in Aaron Moffitt at the plate. The third baseman for the Wildcats, Moffitt, sitting .318. He's got 3 runs batted in, but he can draw some walks as well. He's got 6 base on balls. So the mound visit for Shanks. Huddleston will stay out there on the mound. And a 1-0 count here to Moffitt. Creed Pierce stands on second base for the Wildcats. 1 gone in the inning. Here's the pitch. Outside again for ball number 2. Now 2-0 to the third baseman for the Wildcats. Huddleston comes set, lets it fly. Off speed, ripped to the left side, but that one going to be just foul. Would have been down the line and most likely a run for Creed Pierce if he was able to keep it fair. Just drifted past that third base bag for strike number 1. 2-1 now to Moffitt, still in the driver's seat with 1 gone in the inning. He's got Pierce on second base. Huddleston checks in, brings it to the plate. The lefty misses outside for ball number 3. The Wildcats starting to knock on the door a little bit. They're down 1-0 here in the top half of the 6th. Check that bottom half of the 6th. And that one going to be in there. Caught the bottom edge for strike number 2. Brings the count to full on Moffitt. So 1 gone in the inning. Pearson scoring position at second base for Livingston. Moffitt at the plate and a full count. Huddleston comes set, comes to the plate, swung on, up the middle. That's going to be down for a base hit. They're going to send Creed Pierce. Fallon with the throw. Instead, they're going to hold Pierce. It was a great throw from Fallon. Would have been close if Pierce did come to the plate but it's going to be a double. Maybe a single and advancing to second on the throw to home for Moffitt. But he gets his job done. He moves the runner into scoring position, and 90 feet away is the tying run for the Livingston Wildcats. Moffitt a rip to center field. Fallon a great throw to home. A one bouncer to keep Pierce at bay at third base. But now 2 runners on, 1 gone in the inning. And it brings Carson Parrott, the sophomore catcher, to the plate. Parrott singled in his first at-bat. Watches the first pitch go by for strike number 1. It's a 1-0 ball game here in the bottom half of the 6th. 1 gone in the inning, 2 runners on. The 0-1 swung on, a big hack for strike number 2. 0-2 to the sophomore now. 90 feet away is that tying run for the Wildcats. Huddleston in the windup, comes to the plate with the left hand, swung on and missed for strike number 3. Huddleston bared down and got a strikeout when he most needed it. And now there's 2 gone in the inning with runners at second and third for the Wildcats. And Miles Maynard coming to the plate for Livingston with possibly their final chance of this inning to tie the ball game up. Here's the first pitch to Maynard. Swinging and missing for strike number 1. Huddleston looked a little rattled after getting the strikeout to lead off the inning. Giving up, well, I guess you could say it was an error that led Pierce on base. Swinging and out of play goes Maynard that time, but then ripped into center field was Moffitt. Moved the runner over to third, 90 feet away, but now 0-2 is Miles Maynard with 2 gone in the inning. Huddleston trying to get out of the inning with a 1-run lead. He's got the sign. Here's the 0-2 to the plate. Off speed outside is going to be ball number 1. Maynard takes a deep breath, gets the sign from Coach Loftus, and steps to the plate. Huddleston gets the sign. He comes to the plate. High and away for ball number 2. Now a 2-2 count to Miles Maynard with 2 runners on second and third for the Wildcats. 2 gone in the inning of this bottom half of the 6th. In a 1-0 ball game. Huddleston to the plate. Missing outside for ball number 3. Well, here is the pitch. 3-2 count. The Wildcats are feeling it. Maynard at the plate, Huddleston on the mound. Second and third are the runners for Livingston with 2 gone in the inning. The full count pitch, the delivery. High and away for ball 4. Maynard finds his way aboard. And that's going to bring up Hayden Ledbetter. Ledbetter with 3 runs batted in so far this season, batting .368. He's got the only home run of the season so far for Livingston. The Ducks are on the pond here for Ledbetter. Checking his swing on his first one. They're going to try to get him swinging, and the second base umpire says he did not go. That'll be ball 1. And not a great angle to call it from. He's actually standing in front of the shortstop, so a little hard to see. The 1-0 swinging on the second pitch and missing is Ledbetter. Brings the count even at 1. Bases loaded, 2 gone in the inning. In a 1-0 ball game here in the bottom of the 6th. Huddleston to the plate again. Swinging and fouling it off is Ledbetter. Working quickly is Huddleston, trying to get out of the jam. Bases loaded, 2 outs in the inning. A 1-2 count to the senior, Hayden Ledbetter. He goes into his motion, comes to the plate. The off-speed gets Ledbetter to check, trying to see if he got the call, but did not, and that's going to be ball number 2. So now 2's wild. 2-2 count, 2 gone in the inning. Huddleston with the sign, delivers, swing and a miss, strike three. Huddleston able to get out of it for the Bees with another strikeout, his third of the inning, his eighth of the ball game, and a massive strikeout for the Upperman Bees as they still lead it 1-0 as we head to the sixth, make that the seventh.
Every night we struggle. Family battles begin. What's for dinner?
Tonight, a gourmet delight is waiting at Firehouse Subs. A gourmet sub sandwich piled high with meats and cheeses and all the veggies, with toasted bread that's mouth-watering. You can order online through the app and pick up your freshly made order curbside just in time for dinner. They make it. Fresh ingredients. Made just the way you want it.
Firehouse Subs for dinner.
Tier 1.
Offering big city care and treatment right here in the Upper Cumberland.
Exceptional care.
Orthopedic care, sports injuries.
The best technology right here.
Tier 1.
Your neck, your knee, lower back pain, a sore shoulder.
Get relief
from the best trained doctors
who care about you.
Tier 1.
Physical therapy to get you back in the game.
Tier 1. Big city care and treatment right here.
One place.
Call 526-9518 for an appointment.
526-9518.
Well, the senior Creed Pierce still on the mound here for the Livingston Wildcats as we start the possible final inning of this ball game with the Bees leading 1-0, trying to tack on a few insurance runs at this top half of the inning. Creed Pierce has really pitched a good one so far, only giving up that one run. By my count, he's got 5 strikeouts in the ball game, up through 6 innings so far. Gonna try to tack on a couple more here and try to get the Wildcats back up to the plate in the bottom half of the 7th. They really had a good chance there with Pierce rounding third there in the bottom half of the 6th. Coach Loftus decided not to send him. They loaded the bases but couldn't get that run in to tie the ball game up at 1 apiece. So it's a 1-0 lead for the Bees here as we start the top of the 7th. Coming to the plate is going to be the left fielder, Braden Williams for the Bees. First pitch to him, showing bunt, gets it down. Pierce fields it, throws it on over to first. And he's going to be safe as it was a bad throw. That throw goes into right field. Williams makes his way over to second base. And it's going to be a leadoff error and a 2-bag error for Braden Williams. We'll credit that error to Creed Pierce. He fielded it cleanly but couldn't get the job done. So an E1 on Pierce. There is somebody warming up for the Bees down that right field sideline, right field line. Doesn't look like anybody warming up for the Wildcats just yet. Showing bunt again is Fallon this time. Unable to get it down for strike number 1. So a runner on second is Williams for the Bees. An 0-1 count here to the leadoff man in Justin Fallon. Creed Pierce still on the bump for the Wildcats. Showing bunt, pulling it back. And it was blocked by Parrott for ball number 1. So the Bees going a little bit of a small ball action here against Creed Pierce in the top half of the 7th to try to tack on a little bit of insurance, and I kind of like that play. There's nobody out in the inning. You already got a runner in scoring position. Try to move him over and then bring him on home. Pierce checks on him at second. Shows bunt again. Gets it down. It's a good one. Pierce fields it. Can't field it cleanly, though. And it's going to be safe at first, safe at third. No outs in the inning, and the Bees have 2 runners aboard. Great bunt from Justin Fallon, who's got a lot of speed. Pierce unable to field it cleanly. And Coach Loftus is going to come out to the mound to talk things over with his senior and possibly make a change. We'll see if he's just trying to settle him down. And he might be. Pierce has been in this position before with runners on and was able to get out of it. This one, the toughest of the game so far in the 7th inning. In the top half of the 7th, already down 1-0. So just a little bit of a reset. 1-0 lead for the Bees here in the top half of the 7th. Bees at the plate. They've got 2 runners on after a bunt and an error by Pierce. And then a second error by Pierce on another bunt, moved the runner over, and Fallon was able to make it to first base. Now the home plate umpire moseying his way out to the pitcher's mound is Coach Loftus trying to make a decision here. He's talking it over with Pierce. The infielders staying at their positions, talking it over. And they're going to leave Pierce out there for the time being. Seeing if he can get out of the jam and get the Wildcats back up to the plate in the bottom half of the 7th. So 1-0 lead for the Bees, but knocking on the door yet again to bring across a couple more. First and third, no outs in the inning, and it brings Caden Shanks, the sophomore, to the plate, batting .484 coming into this ball game. The lefty shows bunt, can't get it down. That's a foul ball for strike number 1. So the first 3 batters showing bunt, and I mean, why not? Creed Pierce showing that he was unable to field it cleanly in his first 2. He did field it cleanly in the first one, just couldn't make the throw over, and couldn't field it cleanly in the second one. It was a very good bunt from Fallon, who's got a lot of speed. Pierce kind of looked over his shoulder to third base as well. Now 0-1 in the count to Shanks, showing bunt again on the 0-1, first and third. Off speed in there, missed it, mishandled. A play at the plate, and he is out at the plate. Pierce throws it to third, and did he call him out? I believe he called him safe. They tried to double him off at third base. They did get the out at home, as it was Penland trying to score. He got thrown out after the pass ball. And then moving on over to third, it was Fallon. So Fallon gets all the way over to third base. It looked like they might have had him, but they call him safe. And getting thrown out at home, I beg your pardon, was Braden Williams. So 1 gone in the inning. Now a 3-1 count to Caden Shanks. Check that, a 2-1 count. After a pass ball there, so 2-1, 1 gone in the inning, just 1 runner on now for the Bees. Pierce will come to the plate with a 2-1, outside for ball number 3. Justin Fallon stands on third base, smartly moving over 2 bases with the commotion going on at home plate. Pierce was almost able to double him off. Here's the 3-1. The off speed is in there for a ball. It's a walk for Caden Shanks. Now first and third again for Creed Pierce with 1 gone in the inning. Decision time again for Coach Loftus. Barking out instructions for Parrott behind the plate for the first and third duties. Fallon at third base, Shanks at first. Pierce on the mound, pitching to Eli Huddleston. First one swung on to first base, stepping on the bag, throwing home, and he's going to be out at the plate. A double play. The Wildcats get out of it. What a play from the first baseman in Webb. Stepped on the bag, was hit right at it. He stepped on it, threw it home, and Parrott was able to tag Fallon out in the process and get out of the inning. The Wildcats' chances still alive as we head to the bottom of the 7th.
You are the get-it-done kind of guy. Task to do, finish it. So you need solutions. Stover's is your solution. Need just a little bit of flooring to finish a project? Stover's has the flooring. Need some tile to repair the bathroom? Stover's has it. And Stover's will save you money. Stover's buys in bulk. They find deals. They find closeouts, plumbing, lighting, tools too. Make Stover's the first stop for solutions. West Broad Street, Cookville. Stover's is your solution.
Stover's, to anything and everything store.
grab the guys and call it a day. You worked hard. Now it's time to chill with the best tasting barbecue in town. No one does it like the Blue Pig. Baby back ribs, one-of-a-kind pork sausage, smoked turkey. Only the Blue Pig can do it the way you like. Add a couple of cold ones and heat up the conversation. There's no better place to call it a day after your hard day than the Blue Pig. 35 West Broad Street, downtown Cookeville. And there's no work involved. Just check out the menu board when you walk in the door. The Blue Pig. Fun, casual, delicious.
Well, here we go. The bottom half of the seventh. The Wildcats trail by 1, and Eli Huddleston is on the bump for the Bees to try to complete this ball game. In 7 innings, he has thrown a gem so far. He's got 8 strikeouts through 6 innings pitched. And just a handful of hits to this Wildcat squad, has not given up a run yet. And what a job by the Wildcats to get out of that last inning. Had first and third, a grounder to the first baseman, and Caleb Webb stepped on the bag, threw it home, and a good tag by Parrott after a good throw by Webb on Fallon. Was able to double him off at the plate. And that was 2 times they were able to get the out at the plate in that last half inning. So the Wildcats feeling it a little bit here to start this bottom half of the 7th. Dylan York will lead it off. First pitch swinging to the left side. That is going to drop in the gap for a hit. He steps on first, trying to leg it out for 2. He is going, they're going to say he got under the tag. The Bees can't believe it. The throw beat him. York gets under the tag. Shanks couldn't get the tag down in time, and now Coach Shanks is going to come out and talk to the second base umpire. Was a great throw from the left fielder in Williams to try to get York, who was trying to leg it out for 2. And they're going to say the tag was not down on York at second base. So the second base umpire having a conversation now with Coach Shanks out near that second base fielding position in the infield. But as it stands right now, it's a leadoff double for Dylan York, who stretched it out to that double. Would have been a for sure single. But he gets the effort points for trying to make something happen, and it's going to stay that way. So a leadoff double here for Dylan York. The sophomore will bring up the freshman DH in Taishan Hayes. 7 runs batted in this season, .364 hitter, but has 2 strikeouts in this ball game. Shows bunt, hacks at it, can't get it down for strike number 1. So no 1 count to Hayes. Runner on second is York after the leadoff double for the Wildcats, who trail by 1. That is the tying run at second base. The winning run at the plate. That ball outside for ball number 1. Again, this Wildcats team has only beaten Upperman twice. Going all the way back to 2013. Last win coming in a 6-5 ball game here at Livingston. That ball outside again. 2-1 count to the freshman now. His first 2 at-bats, he saw 3 pitches and each one ended up in a strikeout. Two to 1. Check that, 2-1 in a 1-0 ball game. Here's the pitch. That's going to be another ball, 3-1. Unable to throw it across the plate is Huddleston right now. 3-1 to the freshman. Tying run on second, winning run at the plate. No outs in the inning. Huddleston to the plate on a 3-1, swinging and missing. He beat him with the fastball. The count runs full with no outs in the inning. Taishan Hayes at the plate. The 3-2. Huddleston comes set. And that's going to be a walk for the freshman. He gets his job done, gets the next batter up in the process, and the winning run is on first base. First and second, no outs in the inning, and it's looking like a possible pitching change here for the Upperman Bees as Coach Shanks will come out to the mound. He's going to talk it over. No change just yet. Just a little bit of a conversation, and now it looks like one of the players coming from the dugout is going to be Julian Yano. And it doesn't look like they've moved off the mound just yet. Coach Shanks walking away and now making some changes, and they are going to make a change. So Huddleston is going to step away after a very good ball game. 6 innings pitched on the mound. Is going to be Colson now to try to close this ball game out in a 1-run ball game. It is indeed a call to the bullpen. Pitching change is sponsored by Hall Sports and Outdoors.
Hall's Sports and Outdoors has you covered from field to field. Hunting to sports to outdoors. Hall's Sports and Outdoors can get you on the field you love with the supplies, the tools, the wardrobe, the top brands. Rocky, Primos, Under Armour, Stanley. Only the best in the field from camo to cleats. Hall's has you covered. 207 South Main Street, Jamestown. If your playing field is a tucked away fishing cove or your favorite course, it starts with Hall's Sports and Outdoors.
So Colson will be on the plate here for the Bees to try to close this ball game out. Huddleston, his line is going to finish at 6 innings pitched. No runs given up. Couldn't get an out recorded here in the 7th. He had 8 strikeouts on the ball game. These are his 2 runners on, so he would be credited the loss if the Wildcats were able to get Taishan Hayes home, who's standing on first base right now. Colson on the mound is a junior for this squad. He's got a .450 ERA. He's appeared in 2 games so far this season on the mound for the Upperman Bees. Just 4 2/3 innings pitched, giving up 3 earned runs in those 4 2/3. It'll be the top of the lineup coming up for the Livingston Wildcats with 2 runners on after the pitching change. First and second, no outs in the inning. Caleb Webb at the plate. They're going to check on York at second base. He gets back just in time. A little bit of a recap. Dylan York ripped one into the left center gap. Would have been a single. Tried to stretch it into a double. Was able to get under the tag. The ball gapped there in time. They couldn't tag him out. And then Taishan Hayes worked the count full. Drew a walk. This one swung on high in the air to the right side and playable for Shanks. He's under it. He makes the catch. And everybody will stay where they are. One will be gone in the inning now.
Now batting for the Livingston Wildcats, number 14, Tyler.
That'll bring up Tyler Garrett, another senior who struck out in his last at-bat. He reached base twice in his first 2, though. He's going to try to work something special here with 2 runners on against Caden Colson, who started this ball game at third base, so you know he's got an arm on him. He's got to make that throw all the way across the diamond. Coming in here, appearing in his 4th contest. Now he's making sure the defense knows what they're doing as Yano checked in and took that third base position over for Colson, who's on the mound now. Tyler Garrett at the plate. 1 gone in the inning, first and second. First pitch swinging, fouled straight back for strike 1. So no 1 count to Garrett. Livingston 5-2 on the season, 2-0 in District 7 play, trying to stay perfect in District 7 play against this Bees squad. The Bees 1-1. They're trying to even up with the Wildcats on top of those standings. 2 runners on, 1 gone in the inning, an 0-1 count to Garrett. He comes to the plate, rips it down into the dirt for ball number 1. Colson's got a lot of speed on that fastball, but unable to put it in a good spot that time. Evens the count up at 1 apiece. A little bit slower of a worker than Huddleston was. Huddleston was able to get into a groove, get through this Wildcats lineup. This ball is going to be mishandled by the catcher. The runners are going to move up. It's second and third now, as that ball again in the dirt from Colson. The second ball of the at-bat, and now Coach Loftus is going to come over to Tyler Garrett, give him a little chat, a little tap on the back. He's got a 2-1 count, 2 runners on. One swift swing of the bat. This ball game could be over. They're down 1-0. The winning run stands on second base. 1 gone in the inning. Takes the double play out of the equation as well. Here is the pitch. That's going to be in there for a strike to even the count up at 2-2. So York on third, Hayes on second. The young guns getting the job done here in the bottom half of the 7th with a double and a walk. Now the senior going to try to be the hero. Here's the 2-2 to the plate. Swung on and missed for strike 3. 2 gone in the inning. So Colson gets his first strikeout. And it's going to bring Creed Pierce to the plate with 2 runners on and 2 gone in the inning. Creed Pierce going to try to save the day. Pitched in all 7 innings of this ball game. He's at the plate now in 2 outs, 2 runners on. Here's the first pitch from Colson. That's strike 1. Pierce has reached base twice in this one, flew out in his first at-bat. Hasn't made a whole lot of solid contact except for his second at-bat. Here's the 0-1. Swinging and missing. That ball way outside. Got him hacking at it. And quickly down 0-2 with 2 gone in the inning. Colson has a chance to close this ball game out and get the Bees a 1-0 win. Here is the 0-2. The pitch. Swung on to the third base side. Picked up by Yano. Throw over to first, and the Bees win the ball game. What a job by the Upperman Bees. The Wildcats knocking on the door in the 6th and the 7th, but it's a ground out to the third baseman in Yano, who just came into the ball game when Huddleston came out off the mound. Colson able to get the job done and get the save in the process. What a win by the Upperman Bees. We'll take a short break, come back, break it down for you, and bring you all the totals. Final score in this one, 1-0. Bees win it.
You are the get-it-done kind of guy. Task to do, finish it. So you need solutions. Stovers is your solution. Need just a little bit of flooring to finish a project? Stovers has the flooring. Need some tile to repair the bathroom? Stovers has it. And Stovers will save you money. Stovers buys in bulk. They find deals. They find closeouts, plumbing, lighting, tools too. Make Stovers the first stop for solutions. West Broad Street, Cookville. Stovers is your solution.
Stovers, to anything and everything store.
Grab the guys and call it a day. You worked hard. Now it's time to chill with the best tasting barbecue in town. No one does it like the Blue Pig. Baby back ribs, one-of-a-kind pork sausage, smoked turkey. Only the Blue Pig can do it the way you like. Add a couple of cold ones and heat up the conversation. There's no better place to call it a day after your hard day than the Blue Pig. 35 West Broad Street, downtown Cookville. And there's no work involved. Just check out the menu board when you walk in the door. The Blue Pig. Fun, casual, delicious.
Welcome into the R&M Family Pharmacy postgame report. R&M Family Pharmacy, 1970 Bradford Hicks Drive here in Livingston. Don't strike out with those big chains. Get the local touch. R&M Family Pharmacy. Final score in this one, the Upperman Bees win it 1-0. It was a beauty of a ball game and a pitching duel between Creed Pierce and Eli Huddleston. Pierce going 7 innings, He had 7 strikeouts. He's going to get the loss in this one. Gave up the 1 earned run in the ball game, the only run in the ball game. For Eli Huddleston, he went 6 innings. Colson came on in relief to get the save. Huddleston had 8 strikeouts in 6 innings pitched. He'll get the win. Colson gets the save for his 1 inning of work. He had a strikeout and a ground out to go along with that, as he was able to get the job done. A tremendous ball game between these two squads, and these two are going to battle all year long, and, well, they get a battle tomorrow evening as well when they'll go over to Baxter for a 5:30 game time as the Livingston Wildcats fall to 5-3, 2-1 in District 7 3A play. For the Upperman Bees, they improve to 7-4, get back into the win column, and they improve to 2-1 in District 7 3A play. Not a whole lot of offense in this one. The only offense coming from Justin Fallon. He was the lone scorer in this ball game, and guess what? You can credit the pitcher in the ball game as well. It was Eli Huddleston who ripped one into center field with Fallon standing on second base. Fallon able to get home, and Huddleston the lone RBI in this ball game. He gets the win. He gets the RBI in the ball game to win it 1-0. Pretty much did everything for this Upperman Bees squad, and I guess if you want to consider him the player of the game, you definitely could do that. This one was a fun one for our first Tuesday high school baseball game of the week between the Upperman Bees and the Livingston Wildcats. Upperman wins it 1-0. The winning pitcher is Eli Huddleston, 6 innings pitched, 8 strikeouts. Losing pitcher is Creed Pierce, 7 innings pitched, 7 strikeouts, and his streak of pitching at least 7 innings continues in his 3rd straight start. And then Colson came on in relief for the Bees to get the save for Upperman. He had 1 strikeout to go along with that, and the only offense coming from Eli Huddleston, who ripped one into center field for a single and an RBI, but it was just enough to get the job done. Our next broadcast of Upper Cumberland baseball comes on Saturday as Warren County takes on White County. That one's going to be fun. Coverage begins at 12:45 on News Talk 94.1. Big shout out to Ronnie Rice back in the WLIV studios. Production assistance from Joseph Staten for our UCSportsNation.com team. I'm Jacob Vincent. Today's final score, Upperman wins it 1-0 over Livingston.